One thing I've seen in the news recently was the Nickelback meme that Donald Trump tried to post, and just how it was objectively funny. Like, you know, if it was a Means TV ad attack on Biden, we would probably all love it. But
I mean, it's a solid boomer meme. Like, it's something like your drunk uncle posts. You know, yeah. I
mean, like it certainly
solid.
works.
It was solid
for a boomer meme.
What it?
Yeah. I don't want to say
format.
it's good. Yeah. But don't ever accuse me of saying anything's good ever. Of course.
Yeah, I mean, I guess counterpoint. If you had to guess percentage wise, if you had posted that, would that be in the top 20% of your posts?
Absolutely not.
Top 40%. What percentage
easy.
level? Really, it's in the 95th percentile.
Yep, like the full on outer edges of the universe there. Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, I probably would. I mean, that I guess speaks to your quality.
I do good
Everyone
posts.
should check out your Twitter account.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think we all know that we all retweet amazing things.
I just
it helps us out.
No, yeah, did a post about doing a big cum in inside a hot pocket. So yeah, I think I'm unimpeachable. unlike
that sounds
unlike
good.
POTUS, am I right?
We are avoiding that Ukraine conversation like it's nuclear fallout falling over that country.
Oh boy.
So
yeah, when we say outer worlds, we mean further away than Ukraine. That's a Fallout reference.
Nice.
Nobody got it.
No,
okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
There's gonna be like 3 fans in the Discord who are gonna be like, I actually thought it was really cool when you guys referenced Fallout. It made me feel very special. Anyways, how's it going with you guys? No response for 3 days in that channel.
Guys, what if Hobo Johnson, but like sadder?
You mean Hobo Johnson, but sad enough to start a podcast?
I was not sad when I started this podcast. I was at the end of my rope. There's a difference.
Okay.
I was about to begin my manic episode when I started this podcast. The thing that fascinates me, though, is that Nickelback were the ones who apparently filed the copyright claim on the music. Look at this photograph.
I don't think
Trump
that's
tweet.
true, right? Like, I think that this is some weird shit that people think is true, but it didn't actually happen.
Well, I
what
mean,
actually happened is that, like, anti-Trump Twitter people, flagged that, like, in mass, and then
some algorithm
some Warner
somewhere
Brothers
then
lackey was like, oh, let's,
Well, I mean, thank you very much
I
for
don't think that
stealing
the
my
dude
narrative from me. Yeah.
Sorry, I just don't think that the dude from Nickelback is like, what? Trump is using my shitty meme for his own weird ends? I must call Jack from Twitter and put a stop.
You just pick up the phone,
Chad Kruger.
dial 0. Hello, Jack.
Hi, is this Jack
from Twitter?
Uh-oh.
No, it's how when you make a Twitter account, he's on your friends list automatically. Yeah.
Chad's like
Like
on
the
a
dude from
secret
MySpace,
undercover
Tom.
mission. He's like stalking Justin Trudeau, and he's got his face paint on. His phone buzzes. He pulls out his phone and he goes, "Oh fuck, we fucking got him, boys. This is it."
Wait, who's got the face paint on? Trudeau?
No, well,
Jack Kroger, unfortunately.
yeah, and then he cancels that full fucking post.
Canceled. You're canceled. Mr. President, you are canceled.
I do like that. I like that Trump left it up, so it's just like, look at this photograph, and then it's just like an image that says like, this is subject to copyright violation or something, and he's just like, that's fine. I'll just let people continue to look at that, not just take down the tweet.
It's awful Chad of him to just.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that joke for like the 90% of the human population who doesn't know what the fuck the name of the lead singer from Nickelback is?
Psychic Dolphin Garage.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. I'm one of your co-hosts, Kelton. You can find me on Twitter @SexConfetti. Joining me today is my good buddy Zach. How's it going?
It's going great here in the garage. I'm Zach. I'm at Shinobi1Kenobi on Twitter. We are also joined by Bo today.
Hello. What's up? Words, I guess. I'm at Shinobi1 on Twitter. Much more importantly than my dumbass, we also have a guest on this episode. The lovely Darin from the Does It Slap podcast, which is also quite lovely.
Hi, guys. Yeah, thanks. How's it going? Glad to be here. You can find me on Twitter as well at WebDarin.
And you can find their podcast, Does It Slap, at Osama Bin Laden .jpg on Twitter. So
hey, I know that guy from Something Awful. Yeah.
It's good times. Now, what's the Twitter of your podcast, Darin?
Does It Slap Pod.
Dope.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. The sad fact is that if you look over to the reviews on iTunes for Does It Slap, it's full of insightful and courteous reviews. Whereas if you go to the review page for our podcast, you get amazing commentary that really, lets us know that we truly are one with the fans. Have you guys seen this or looked into it lately?
We've been getting a couple more iTunes reviews, and I've been reading them as we go along. I'm really amazed at how in touch we are with our fan base. How they really, they're just a mirror for who we are as people, as individuals.
Yeah, I mean, with true reviews, like they followed me on Twitter, so I listened. Was not disappointed. Really speaks to our soul.
That's really all I shoot for these days. Yeah.
Yeah. We're currently trying to march our way up to 100 iTunes reviews. Have we decided what exactly we're going to do once we hit 100?
I believe that we were going to do a T-shirt giveaway.
Okay,
I will have to acquire T-shirts and maybe some stickers and other goodies depending on what artwork we have available. But when we get closer, I will have them in hand, and we will be able to make a post with a cool picture of all of the things.
Yeah, we're currently sitting at 21 not T-shirts, reviews. And so let's try marching along there. But in the meantime, y'all can hang out with us on Discord. There's always fun shit happening there. We recently opened up a new channel talking about gaming, so that's pretty cool.
Man, a gaming Discord. How fucking revolutionary.
Right? I mean, well, it's to counterbalance the fact that our Discord is rapidly becoming a sports-exclusive Discord. So
disgusting.
Don't think I didn't catch on to that, Zach. That was very sly on your part.
Me turning off the notifications for sports. Me turning on the notifications for games.
So go ahead and find us there. You can find the link in the show notes.
Yeah, I think we're at something like 50 or 60 people in our Discord.
Yeah, it's a fun time. Good memes.
Yeah, everything's, all of our social media is growing, so be sure and find us wherever you are online the most.
Join us in the proverbial garage, yes.
But in the meantime, you can't join us in this place because we all live in this place. What's that place, Bo?
Don't you just dangle that out in front of me like that. I gotta work for it, man. Like
it's not.
This ain't SeaWorld.
Kelton, you're not edging him. You're just going at it like.
No. If you insist, we live in a society.
Boom! There we go. Okay.
Yeah, all right.
We're talking Joker here,
the
people.
Joker,
so
baby.
I mean, if you don't want to hear talking about the Joker,
Clown
just
Prince of
scrub
Crime.
forward for about 30 minutes or so.
God, I cannot wait for
probably.
like 2 weeks from now when just everybody never mentions this fucking character again.
Oh yeah. That character who never gets mentioned ever after any movies,
No.
the Joker.
Fucking 2020 is the year where the Riddler just fucking starts being the thing. I'm telling you.
Yeah, apparently Jonah Hill has been cast as the Riddler.
God,
or,
I would love to see him
audition.
in the fucking like question mark leotard that Jim Carrey wore. Because he's I think he could work that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, only though if we get fat Jonah Hill.
Oh yeah,
This
no,
new
yeah.
like slim Jonah Hill.
No, we need like
it's like starting to get kind of built.
2012 Jonah Hill. if not earlier.
I like
Just
Hot Jonah
walking
Hill.
off
Hot
the
Jonah
set of
Hill's good.
Superbad.
Oh no, yeah, Jonah Hill's great. Don't get me wrong, especially on fucking maybe Maniac. Yeah, it's Maniac. Yeah, on Maniac. Yeah, no, that fucking I have no take attached to this. I just thought that was a good show.
Has he done a new interview yet where people are like, "Hey, what was it like being fat now that you're hot?" And he like looks dead inside for like 2 minutes at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, he gets that every time he loses weight for a role.
Really
Like,
really glad we live in a society. There you go. Are you happy now?
Boom.
Are you fed?
Society.
Where like that's like 90% of like what every fucking person in entertainment has to talk about.
Yeah. So
I say person, it's
just
mostly women. who
For
have to
the
deal with that shit.
record,
Anyway, yeah.
for the record here, I've seen the Joker movie. Darin, you've seen the Joker movie, right?
I saw the movie like 2 hours ago, so I apologize because my mind is still fucking
No, I like
blown
that. Yeah, it
right
takes fresh
now.
out of the oven. Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
going to be me and Darin trying to explain this film to Zach and Bo.
I'm ready.
who
Please,
I think
enlighten
are-
Here's how I would explain this entire movie, and it will make sense. Have you seen that Hot Topic shirt that says, "You laugh at me because I'm different, but I laugh at you because you're all
Oh,
the
it's
same."
classic. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
imagine if that shirt made a movie. That's this movie.
Wow.
It's just the shirt, the shitty Hot Topic shirt movie. It's not good, guys. It's really
You're
bad.
telling me a movie directed by the guy who made the Hangover films is bad? No.
Specifically, let's not forget that the director of the film, Todd Phillips, said in an interview, "Comedy is dead. You're not allowed to be funny anymore. You're not allowed to be edgy."
Well, you wouldn't
And-
know that listening to this podcast, am I right? Because we're not funny. Is the joke?
I have sent you
well,
all the Hot
it
Topic
should-
shirt that I wish that we had made that movie.
Oh, I got to take a look at this.
All of this should go without saying, though, that it's an interesting statement for him to make when in
Zach.
just a couple months we're about to get a movie with Hitler being a little boy's best friend, and that will probably be the thing that wins the Oscar over the Joker.
Don't say that. There's no
I mean-
way. That movie is gonna be so
Good.
would
Yeah.
win an Oscar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be
I'm-
good as hell.
Yeah,
Are you kidding
yeah.
me? Imaginary friend Hitler is gonna be an amazing
Oh,
movie.
absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Explain to me, like, what bad film Taika Waititi has put out, Zach.
You know
Leave
those
this in, Bo.
SJW films.
You know, Thor Ragnarok, that SJW film.
Yeah,
Classic.
absolutely. We're talking about Jojo Rabbit, right?
Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. God,
JoJo's Big Adventure with a
Yeah.
Rabbit.
it just I mean, it looks like it's gonna be really try hard. I know I'm gonna watch it, but it just looks like it's gonna be so. It's gonna be the new Monty Python, isn't it? Is that just is that,
Oh, I'm
no.
sorry. I'm sorry.
What?
Is that a bad thing?
No, I mean that's the best way. That's like if it's like good comedy.
You're gonna
then
tell
it-
me
like,
like,
shooting
it's
a
like
new
it's
Monty
like the
Python.
producers.
I just feel like from the trailers that I've seen that it's gonna be another one of those. I don't know. Meet the Fockers. Like is
I'm
the
not sure
vibe-
if this
Meet the
Olympian
Focker-
actually
what-
is that
What trailer
good.
did you watch?
Anyway,
Anyway, all right. Wait, no, apparently we need to take this into a private chat at some point and have a fucking discussion. Have a fucking discussion about this Taika Waititi movie.
Oh, I watched the Peter Rabbit trailer. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so there's been a lot of controversy about the Joker movie overall, and if I could be so bold as to disagree with Darin, I did enjoy the film, not that much, probably scale of 1 to 10, like a 6. But it's very hard for a film to be bad, in my opinion, mostly because that means I get 2.5 hours away from my child. So that's gonna always be a plus in my book. God, it's gonna be so weird if she ever listens back to this. It's gonna be
A
awful.
little bit.
Yeah.
But all the controversy around this film really built it up and created a sense of hype around it. I mean, you were prevented from wearing costumes or face paint or wearing masks or bringing in any large baggage. There
Or
were
going by
3
yourself
cops.
if you were a young man, right? Like, wasn't that a thing?
Oh, that was a
There were some
fake.
theaters that were... That was a fake thing?
Yeah, that was a fake poster that got put up outside of the ATM style ticket machines outside of a theater.
Regardless, the fact that it's like it's real enough, you know.
Yeah, it was one of those
well,
things
I
where
mean,
I was like, I should
did-
look into whether that's true, and then never bothered.
Oh
'cause
well,
I
I
didn't
mean,
actually care.
the point is that it made a whole bunch of lonely by themselves fans feel very angry.
Yeah.
That's exactly
It was real
what-
enough to them.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and so I've seen a lot of comparisons of this movie to things like Taxi Driver or something that gets overdone. I think a much better comparison would be The King of Comedy.
Yeah.
With Jerry Lewis.
Because it is that
Robert De
movie.
Niro.
It's just that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's interesting, at least to think of as a remake of it. But the film itself, and this is something I'm trying to judge on its own merits, because it really seemed like it was a film that didn't quite have a message. And I'm not going to try and do spoilers necessarily, but if we're going to be doing this in-depth character study into a man and what happens if on just one bad day, what could he be driven to? At some point, we need to stop viewing him as the protagonist and start to view him as the antagonist. And a capable filmmaker will take us on that journey where we go from sympathizing to empathizing to then just absolutely disagreeing with the
distancing ourselves from him. Yeah,
and I don't think that ever quite happened with the Joker movie. I don't know. Were you ever? Did you ever feel like you were not supposed to be on his side at any point, Darin?
no, and this is one of the issues that I had with the movie is that you're given to thinking that this guy is a sympathetic character because the movie opens with a lot of very almost over the top sympathetic actions that he is involved with, right? And then as he slowly, I mean, this is not really much of a spoiler, but he becomes the Joker at some point in this movie.
What?
And as that happens, you just kind of like go, oh, okay, that's an interesting choice for him to make in response to this stuff. But they also kind of lay on a level of mental instability that it creates a tension for the movie, but it doesn't ever allow you, like, fully to get invested in.
Oh yeah. It's like, oh, he has mental illness. Well, what mental illness does he have?
Right,
The
and it's like
vague
he
kind.
got
that can
laughs
make-
mental illness.
inappropriately.
Yeah, he's like whoa, like he's a clown, but he does crimes. What? I've already made this joke fucking 400 times. Like everyone has made this joke 400 times. It fucking sucks.
It'll be funny the 401st time.
It fucking sucks.
I believe in you.
To
Yeah,
quote
the
a much better
420th time
production.
420 times. 420.
Nice.
Weed.
It's weed. It's a
Small,
weed reference. Good
big
job.
doinks.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm amazed.
Did you guys ever
I'm amazed that that the character that we've digested through so many different people is now being churned out again in a manner that is not only a bad like 2019 take on the character, but also like the entire film itself is just I can't think of the word for it. It's a controversy-driven film.
yeah.
It's just about the controversy before the film, and that's why.
Yeah, this fucking manufactured controversy of
well, and it's the Joker,
Right.
and they slapped cape shit on top of a Taxi Driver / King of Comedy remake.
yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh boy.
the movie made $93.5 million so far. So
Jesus.
hands down highest grossing weekend in October for a film, and it's the first weekend in October. So if we're going with highest grossing overall films in October, it's only going to keep building from here. So
Ugh,
Yeah.
God.
Right.
I hate it.
again, it's from the guy who directed The Hangover and from the guy who wrote Punch Up on Requiem for a Dream and wrote 8 Mile and The Fighter. So I think we know like who the creative.
So this is an
powerhouses
amazing.
are.
This is an amazing
what a
resume.
fucking
I don't know why
pedigree
this
this
movie
film
was so
has,
bad.
This is all right.
It's-
Y'all stand back. Make sure your asses are firmly planted in your seats. I'm gonna say it. This movie's Kino. Yeah.
I mean,
really walk
I
up to that
really. It's intriguing to me because another storyline that pops up because of it is that it's apparently too terrifying, and viewers from all around the world are walking out of this movie because of the ultra violence and how it glamorizes gun crime and deals with mental health issues in a very triggering way. And I feel like those headlines get pushed out there to further try and create controversy that then makes people either want to go see the movie because they support it, or they want to go see it to figure out if it actually is that bad. And Darin, I'm gonna need to rely on you for this, but I myself wasn't ever terrified. I had to stop from laughing, not in the this is so dark, but there are more dance sequences than you would expect in a Joker film.
Number of dance sequences.
Throw me in reverse. I gotta go see this fucking movie. Apparently, it's good now. God damn! I didn't know it was a musical. I didn't know this was the fucking Bollywood take on the Joker. I'll see that tomorrow. Holy shit!
Admittedly, a
that kind of
Bollywood
stuff
version
was-
of the Joker would slap
How
so much
fucking
harder.
much would that slap? Yeah, it's like
That would be
like
amazing.
he puts on the makeup for the first time, and then it's like a 15-minute fucking song and dance number of like, okay, now I'm the Joker, now I am the Clown Prince of Crime.
Yeah, and there's like
that
all
would be
the
fucking amazing.
all the rioters in their Joker masks, like doing the coordinated dance behind
Fuck.
him.
Yes,
and
that would be so
you got,
good.
Like,
Guys,
yeah.
Joker
guys,
turning
it
into
happens
TV.
during the festival where they're throwing the powdered paint, and he gets splashed with the white powdered paint. It could
Brilliant.
really work.
Yeah, just it perfectly makes a Joker mask on his face,
just-
and he like sort of looks at the camera and shrugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, the musical piece finishes. He walks in the house, like the Kashmir genocide is on TV. He just turns it off to show how how
He
how
turns off the
Palestine is.
news of the Kashmir genocide and puts on the song Kashmir.
By Led Zeppelin. Boom. Damn, we really do live in a. I'm not even gonna give you the fucking satisfaction.
Well, that's
That's
amazing
fine.
right there.
That's fine.
I think that in terms of like media collaboration, in order to benefit a larger piece of investment for the companies that own different parts of
Everything.
our lives, everything. Creating controversy around movies is the future. And as I tweeted last night, hashtag I'm with Birds of Prey. I cannot wait to see what the fuck they do with the Harley Quinn movie.
So this is maybe a little bit played out. Because it's incredibly played out, I can say with pretty big confidence. But I feel like they're gonna go for like a Gillette kind of thing, and try and make it some sort of like, hey, let's either like kick the fucking proverbial hornet's nest of like post Gamergate refuse, right, or just like pretend to or something, and then it's like boom, free advertising,
Just real quick, it's this exact kind of logic, though, that is exactly what WB wants. They want people to be like, nah, fuck that Joker movie. I'm going to go watch the other WB DC Comics property. And so the sound back from that then becomes seeing it. And so it's just weird to see the same studio, the same subset of the studio honestly be trying to both distance themselves from each other creatively while then also playing into the same hype machine.
Yeah.
For it.
Well, I mean,
because
the fact
we're
that
getting to the point where they're using movies the way that like hate clicking articles works on the internet, right?
Oh,
so now it's just
definitely.
like we have to go and hate watch these movies.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want to see The Joker and I don't want to see Birds of Prey, but I'm probably going to end up seeing both of them just because I need to know how terrible it is because I'm documenting our decline as a society. And that is what's interesting about it to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a $55 million fucking production budget on a goddamn BuzzFeed article. That is the perfect way to put it.
That's essentially what it is.
God. That's their strat.
Capitalism is so efficient.
It's weird and good. I love it.
It decides to not give it to
knows
me.
it knows us so well. It sucks.
And
It has our fucking number. It's like, yeah, you're gonna watch a shit Joker movie.
Not
You're
even the
gonna do
fact
it.
that
I don't give a
that,
fuck.
that y'all were, kind of you felt obligated to watch it to the point that you fucking went and watched a movie you didn't really give a shit about.
Yep.
Like the fact that we're talking about a movie that we don't really give a shit about. It's got its
we're
fucking
talking
hooks
about
in
it.
us.
They got us by the balls, guys.
We're a show that talks about what's trending. A movie made $93 million in October.
Yeah, for bullshit
it's
reasons.
a Joker movie, and we're gonna talk about
bad.
it. So
that's my take.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
regardless,
I haven't seen.
Actually, I will
can
say
say
the
the
movie
same
is
about you,
fine.
bro.
The movie is not like it's not awful. It's not Pathfinder awful. It's just like a fine movie that has a bunch of bullshit on top of it.
well, I mean, not every film is going to be, MTV Best Kiss nominated Pathfinder. So, we can find a way around that sort of heinous hate speech on that film. One thing I did want to mention as a last recap for you, Darin, on this film. Do you think that if the director was an anti-capitalist, it would have made the film better?
I think if the director just didn't have such a heavy-handed, muddled message, it would have made it better. If he was an anti-capitalist, it would have been a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Because this movie is very, there's a bunch of scenes of, random protesters who seem to be mad at the rich in just, a way that a sociopathic serial killer is mad at things.
Yes.
Right? There isn't, an analysis of why they might be feeling that way.
It's
just
the exact same
they
thing
love
that
the
happens.
Joker because he killed some rich guys.
It's the exact same
That's
that
all it
happened in
is.
Dark Knight Rises, where then it's like the angry crowds become a faceless, angry mob, and there's no real analysis given to them.
I was gonna say it very much feels like for a lot of these fucking just quote unquote apolitical dipshit. Fucking how old is Todd Phillips? Does he still count as a boomer, or is he technically Gen X? Regardless.
I think Gen X.
Yeah, regardless, it feels like their whole political imagination of, just a protest, period, is either Occupy Wall Street, where it's kind of vague and nobody knows really what their ire is, or it's full on 1917, let's storm the Bastille kind of shit. Mixing my metaphors
the
a
crowd
little bit here,
definitely
but-
seemed like it was. The crowds, at least in the film, seemed like it was half Black Bloc style protesters and half Occupy style movement stuff with right down to
complete
costumes
with
and everything.
Guy Fawkes-esque.
Yeah,
Joker mask,
yeah.
right?
No, it's literally
was-
it's that fucking drill tweet of I take off my my V for Vendetta mask, revealing the Joker makeup underneath. Everyone groans at my shit.
That
That's
really
the
is
fucking movie. God,
Yeah.
that rules.
Bo's about to go see
But
the
I'm trying to
movie.
think of what you asked me if an anti-capitalist
Well,
film director
and here's
it
why-
would depend what anti-capitalist film
Yeah.
director. If Ken Loach did this movie, it would be amazing. It's just this small little movie about the intimate lives of the Joker and his mother. That would be awesome.
God.
I mean, it might also end with the Joker banging his mother. So
And that would be
let's
the
not-
most wild fucking.
That would
Can you
be so
imagine
cool.
a fucking DC tentpole bullshit movie where the Joker fucks his mom?
I mean, yes, because
Yeah!
there's a nude bathing scene in this film.
Oh
so
boy.
the subtext is there. The reason I was asking though was that the city is shown to be in disarray. Public services, the budgets are getting slashed. There's a garbage strike going on, so everything's filthy. In the hospital, there's a prominently displayed sign for the union representative of the hospital while the Joker's running. And I
then,
know...
Did you also see the no uninsured patients sign?
Yes, yeah.
Wow, how
And so
topical.
That's how heavy-handed of a movie this is there's literally a sign when he's getting interviewed because he's mentally unstable that on the side of it literally just says no uninsured patients, and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? Why? What is
Damn.
that? Is that part of the message of this movie? And then there's another scene where they cut funding to the science, to the mental health services, so he can't like get his medications. Like it's that kind of
I'm
movie.
14 and
like,
this
they
is
just
deep.
keep doing these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is
The only way it could have been like more in your face is if he was a veteran.
Holy shit,
Yeah.
that would have been so wild. Can you imagine? Okay, no. All right, speaking of fucking alternate timelines with different Joker movies, that fucking movie where the Joker is like shut down by the VA comes out, and all of a sudden every dipshit with a Punisher sticker on their truck now like rocks Joker makeup in their truck rants. I would fucking adore that.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, some dude takes off his Oakleys in his selfie video in his car, and then it's just starts painting on the little blue diamonds above his eyes.
He does the part where he sticks his tongue out and does the white paint on his tongue.
Wow. Suddenly these guys are cool with dudes wearing makeup. Wow.
Yeah, the reason I was asking about all of that was if Gotham had a candidate run on the premise of guaranteeing every citizen $1,000 a month, do you think that the Joker would have still happened?
Shit.
The Joker would have been a Yang Gang
Absolutely.
guy for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm surprised Yang didn't come out in support of the film somehow.
I mean, he probably is. Just give it a moment. For God's sake, Michael Moore is coming out and saying it's dangerous to not watch this film. So
if they had brought up, if the Joker had been a veteran, then he would have tweeted in the movie. He would have said, "Watching this candidate pander to different groups to get their vote has always disgusted me, but now it's personal. I didn't go to war so that you would take care of me. I went because I wanted to serve, and our country needed it."
Damn.
That's right.
We live in a
damn Crenshaw
civilization. Nice. Nice. Good way to bring that around.
Yeah, check out that episode with What a Hell of a Way to Die.
Brought to you by Blue Apron. No.
Yeah, but
Commissioner
needless to
Gordon
say,
is just Kamala Harris.
fuck.
Nice. Perfect.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
at some point, we are not going to subject Darin to this, but we can talk about what the various candidates running would be in the Joker film. So I think,
Yeah, it's like which book series do you identify as? But it's which Joker character, which Gotham character?
yeah, you know what? I am now realizing it's basically the same joke. So just cut all of this. Bro.
Okay. Gotcha. Heard loud and clear. Delete the whole podcast.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean,
We don't need to
respect
subject
your decision.
anyone to any of this.
Yeah. Okay. So Andrew Yang is starting to rise. There recently was a political news story that talked about how his fundraising in the third quarter really surprised a bunch of people. There also was a study coming back talking about how universal basic income, how it worked on a $500 a month in a particular study group that's happening. And he's starting to really press himself into the zeitgeist, not just because of the Joker movie, but he's sticking around. And so even though his funding, who really knows exactly where it comes from at this point, he has yet to release sources for it. And who knows, tech bro money is still money, I guess. So he'll find a way to stay in the race. But the thing that fascinates me is the UBI study, which is based on what he's trying to run for, was a study conducted in California, 125 people, and when they did an analysis of this, and they're like, oh, okay, well, what did you spend the $500 a month on? Well, 40% of the money immediately would get withdrawn as cash, which was weird. So then they had to then follow up and interview the people and ask specifically what they spent that money on.
Good. Hell yeah.
Hey
Hell yeah. Good for
there,
them.
Colorado citizen.
Yeah. So then overall, the breakdown pretty much went 40% of it to food, 24% of it to sales and merchandise, coming from places like Walmart and discount dollar stores that also sell groceries. So before we start thinking like they went to Best Buy or something.
These millennials
And,
buying their iPads.
Yeah, 11% went to utility bills, and 9% went to auto repairs and fuel. Ooh. So my point is that then additionally with these people, they said it was helpful, but it didn't really do all of that much. Yeah, exactly. I mean, one woman was able to help pay off her wedding ring or donate $50 a month to her church and maybe do like the occasional extra date night, but it wasn't any way of lifting anyone out of poverty or anything else. And that seems very against, or it's not against, but
it's paladin. Yeah, that's literally it.
Yeah, but it doesn't go in line with what Yang is talking about, what $1,000 a month could do for everyone. Because as it would turn out, the problems that exist under a capitalist society, at least as we have it structured, can't be fixed with a $1,000 a month shut the fuck up fee.
No, wait, Kelton, slow it down for me here. Are you saying we live in a system that perpetuates this kind of economic disparity? I almost did it there. I almost did it. Did you hear that part?
Yeah, I know. We live in a system.
Yeah.
Live in a city.
City on a hill.
No, yeah, like this is cool, and it's a neat test run, and I'm sure it did help these people out probably a fair bit. I mean, shit, I'd take $500 a month for free, like totally. I'd take $1,000 a month.
Sure.
Yeah, I'd take a lot of money. I don't fucking give me your money, please.
Yeah.
But
I'd take $1 a month for free. If someone's just handing money out for free,
that's
of
nice,
course you're gonna take it. But
also, yeah, I mean that's the thing.
The problem with this thing though is that you can't figure out how it's going to work on a large scale by doing it with 125 people.
Oh yeah,
no,
right? Because that's the whole big argument against it. Is if you give this to everybody, landlords are going to just siphon off of it.
Cost of living
all the
will
terrible
just
things
go
that are
up.
going to happen. Yeah, cost of living is going to go way up.
So why
These
not
are the things that are actually wrong with the idea. And the other scary thing is it's always been used by right-wing libertarians as a way to try to liquidize the social safety net. That's the thing that's really scary about it.
Yeah.
Because you don't need $1,000 a month. You need medical care and education and things like that. You need these actual social services, not just we'll buy out that and then we can get it looks better on our books and then we don't actually have to take care of our citizens.
Yeah, but see, I already benefited from all those social services, so fuck them. Exactly. I got mine. Give me $1,000 a month. Yeah. Heroin is expensive, baby.
And hey, if they had a giant database of things you couldn't buy, and then they gave you, I don't know, maybe some sort of stamp so that you could acquire those things from the places that sell them, if they're necessary. It just doesn't seem as glamorous as giving you cold hard freedom bucks.
Cold
freedom
hard
cash, baby.
Cryptocurrency.
Yang gives me 1,000 RuneScape gold a month to do whatever I want with, baby.
Hey, all he has to do is give me enough money to pay for my WoW subscription, and I'm set.
Yeah,
I also like
really
that he calls
can't
it a freedom dividend. He's even just trying to market it as no, you get to pretend that you're a member of the moneyed classes. It's a dividend. Isn't that fun, guys? And it's no, you're just literally giving money to people.
Haha,
yeah,
we're removing hierarchies from society by making sure that everybody gets the same amount of democracy. You give your freedom dollars to whichever person you want democratically elected with your money.
Really can't wait for Warren to come in, swoop in with her plan of free Amazon Prime subscriptions for everyone. So,
reminds me of the fucking. I got a. You guys know, sometimes you get free shit thrown in with your ISP or your phone bill or whatever, but it's the kind of free shit that you absolutely don't want.
It's the stuff that comes with my
right, like the Stars
cables.
free trial.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
I don't care
Andrew
about
Yang is the free Verve subscription of candidates.
Damn.
No,
Damn.
Andrew Yang is the 2 weeks of Blue Apron of candidates.
And by using the code PDG, you can get access to all sorts of vegan meals, like a McChicken. I just send you a McChicken in the mail. It's vegan, don't worry. Easy prep. You just eat it.
You just eat it.
By using code PDG on any website, I'll send you a McChicken. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I really enjoy Bo's latest grift of just using his Postmates to give people what he calls direct Blue Apron.
Yeah, no, I just fucking I got a lot of McChickens. I bought a lot. Sometimes you don't make the best decisions at 3 a.m.
But needless to say, the race is pretty much boiled down to 6 people. Even though 12 people are going to be taking the stage for some ungodly reason.
Sure, I'm glad that our electoral system is not at all designed to obfuscate who is actually the most popular candidate.
Oh yeah, not at all. You all right there? You sneeze or something?
I'm good.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's really
heart
good and cool that
palpitations.
is John Delaney still kicking around? Is he a thing still? I don't know. There's no way to know. No one knows. But yeah, we still got Biden, Warren, Sanders, Buttigieg, Harris, and Yang. So it's those are the that's the crew so far. And let me tell you, if this were a D&D game, I would just walk away.
The party is too big. It's too
Yeah,
big. The cave is too small.
Yeah, fucking nobody's bringing chips. Fucking Beto is still there somehow. He's not even fucking playing. He's just on the couch drinking everyone else's beer. To torture this metaphor a little bit more, It sucks. They all suck.
He hasn't.
I'm very smart for saying
to
this.
get off the table.
I love that fucking idiot.
Cory Booker is like.
Cory Booker keeps trying to fuck the coffee. Can I roll to seduce the coffee, please? Y'all remember that from like a fucking few months ago, where he tweeted about wanting to fuck coffee, basically? I don't know. Everything sucks. Everything's a blur.
That's what election season is like.
Yeah, and when is it not election season anymore? Yeah, like
for 2 years, every 2 years. So.
Yeah. God. But
it's really good.
Yeah, very good.
I'm just trying to picture now, since Zach said everything's a blur, just adding into post, the song Blur.
Yeah, there's definitely Zach that said everything is a blur.
I'm gonna already have to edit down our fucking 3 hours of us talking about the Joker into a tight 5. So by all means, I'll just add that in too.
See, that's gonna be the problem. Is that since Bo hasn't seen it, nor does he care, we run the risk of him just leaving all of it in unedited.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah,
exactly.
It's just fast cuts between Bo saying we live in a society, we live in a city,
the society compilation,
system,
society supercut.
Yeah.
Well, I was just gonna leave in that full half hour of you guys quoting the parts of the movie where he said, various racial slurs, like. I didn't necessarily agree with that creatively, but I mean, if you want me to leave it in, I'll fucking leave it in, I guess.
It's called.
It's what happens in the movie.
It's called film.
Out of all the praxis that we've seen this week between going to see the Joker film and not going to see the Joker film, the best is probably the crowd in Nevada yelling no when Kamala Harris asked if America is ready for her presidency.
Yes.
It's a strong campaign. Everything's going just fine. Are we ready for me to be in charge?
Get fucked.
No.
What?
God.
To a crowd of 10. So, the snacks table was kind of awkward after that, but
yeah, because she knew all of them by name. They were just her aides standing in the crowd.
Yeah, at least we're getting paid to be here. You guys are getting paid?
Yeah, $1,000 a month.
Fucking double agent hours, yeah.
God. Nobody even mentions her because she doesn't have anything. She's lost the posturing battle that Warren and Bernie won with both their aggressive messaging as well as Warren's I have plans, and Pete also is gay, so that's his message is that he's gay.
But see, SNL hired Maya Rudolph to play her. So we're going to at least see the SNL
right now.
character.
They're like, we thought we had gold, but now she's going to drop out by March, and we have no idea what to do with this Maya Rudolph. Kamala Harris thing we've worked so hard on.
There's only so many times she can quiver her lip, people. Let's figure out a way to make this work. Oh, God. Yeah. Meanwhile, Larry David's just cashing in those checks.
Absolutely. Yeah.
In this for the long haul.
Oh man.
Maya Rudolph is going to
It's
sing
weird to think
Hallelujah
that-
at some point this season. I just know it's going to happen.
It's weird to think that SNL hires people to do that, and they have to like think about I mean, not that they're good comedy, but they think about their comedy and their like cast and crew as like part of what is happening politically.
I mean, that's why they have Alec Baldwin
Yep.
playing Trump right now.
I mean,
Well, all their famous people are like not actual cast members.
Did you forget about
I
that?
think I just
that
heard
cancer
Zach's
that's been
soul
around
leave
for
his
2
body.
years?
no, I had never like considered that. Like, oh yeah, that was like someone had to make a phone call and be like, "Yo, Alec, so we want to pay you. We want you to come on. We want you to play Trump." Like,
And he was like, not a chance in hell. And they're like, please, here's $7 million.
and he was like,
said-
"I will be there in the morning," and that's
Yeah.
how comedy works, kids.
Once I'm done mocking my child for being mildly overweight, I'll drive right over.
Hang on, he's like, 7 million. Hang on, I have to go mock my child relentlessly for being fat and ugly.
It's called method acting, you people.
Yep, that's yep.
Yep.
Anyways, speaking of Warren's many plans, I think which I mean I don't believe any of them. I don't know about y'all. I don't believe any of her plans.
I don't believe in anything. You still believe in things? Come on.
All right, calm down, Joker.
Ah, nice. Bring it back. I'm sorry, I cut you off there.
I didn't know if you guys had something.
I got nothing, man.
Neither does Warren. All she has
Nice.
is a plans tab on her website. But it has brought the ire of important
IRA.
people. I wish it was the IRA. Important people like
Oh,
Mark
laddie,
Zuckerberg.
she says that she has a plan for everything, but we don't believe it.
Yeah, that's what they talk like pirates. Yeah.
She can put whatever she wants to on paper. That don't mean that she's gonna stick to it in office. Look at Trump out there. He said he's gonna drain the swamp.
I'm from the southern part of Ireland.
Oh, okay. Glad we can sort that out.
Anybody from the southern part of any country just
Sounds like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Does that make the Welsh the Cajuns of England?
I'm not sure if that's a slur, but
Yeah. How could you compare anyone to the Welsh or to Cajuns for that matter?
They deserve each other, is what I'm saying. Put them in camps.
Oh boy. Hey.
No one needs your,
yeah,
no one needs
the
your
Welsh
Gaelic language.
God, can you imagine the food crossover though? Holy fuck.
They're locking up Gaelic people.
Oh,
God.
no. Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Kind of like
Mayor
That's-
P, it's like, this especially hits home for me.
it's like you're not gay. He's like, no, but I speak Gaelic.
Of course he would.
God
Yeah.
damn.
What is weird is to know that, like, if Pete Buttigieg doesn't get a cabinet position, he's probably going to become the UN ambassador.
Of course.
He's going to, like, wave off the interpreter. He's like, I know this.
God, he's gonna be like stumbling over it too because he hasn't practiced it in a long time. But he's American Trudeau. Is that fair?
Yeah.
I mean-
yeah, I'd say so. They're both the
Yeah.
same kind of fucking like. They're that guy.
My daddy was rich, and I went to the military just to put it on my resume.
I mean, maybe, but Buttigieg's father was also a Marxist professor, so
I'm
God.
not saying
Trudeau's dad
that
wasn't that.
either
I
of
mean,
them
there are
is-
fail sons, and damn, there are fail sons.
Yeah. I kicked my son out of the house when I figured out what he was. Gay? No, a capitalist. Get out of this house.
The reporter the reporter picking his pen up off the notebook, processing it for a second. Yeah. Okay.
I was lost there for a second. Okay, we're back in it. But it is strange to see, though, that Warren is now getting propped up as the serious contender because everyone's bailing on Biden.
Thank
It's
God.
not strange
You know?
to see. If you listen back to our episode, our initial candidate rundown, I said that everyone was already behind Warren. And
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about
yeah.
the actual billionaire people.
Oh
are,
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not seemingly afraid of Bernie. They're too busy being afraid of Warren, which is just I mean, okay, fine. I'll let y'all have her. Yes, she is the one you need to be worried about. Absolutely.
I'm just loudly going to continue to remind everyone when we have a President Warren that I fucking told you so. Yeah, no, it's great that they're going after the real threat to their income, their capital, their no, the threat of
Putting a tax on a company that decides to lobby too much. Oh no. Oh, please don't do that. This will definitely stop us. That's like trying to fine the Yankees for going over an imaginary salary cap. It's just not going to fucking work.
you come in here and you tell me that I don't have a conscience. Maybe you're the one without a conscience. You ever thought of that, eh?
Yeah?
That's
Use guys.
Sorry.
No, it just fucking these fucking guys. These fucking
guys.
these fucking guys running for president, changing shit. Come on. I don't.
Yeah, there's
have
no
any
threat.
takes.
I mean, what's great about the audio that was released from Zuckerberg was that any threat of federal federal intervention into Facebook Inc., any sort of federal oversight that would be forced upon companies is they're literally able to fight it with the capital that they have on hand, the liquid assets
Yeah.
that they have on hand are.
Yeah, what was it that Zuckerberg said? Don't worry, we have the capital to fight any sort of federal action it would take to break up our company.
Jesus. Which, of course, just means money, right? No physical assets, no Zucker drones are going to be flying over the White House. One hopes.
Every Facebook portal is actually an IED.
You open your fucking laptop and it goes off like a Claymore mine. Yeah.
Everyone thought my name was Mark Zuckerberg. It's actually Mark O'Shaughnessy. The IRA lives.
Jesus. I mean,
Up
there
the
is
Zuck,
a
yeah.
certain. We're much more likely to have literally like a federal Amazon Prime program where the federal government just pays Amazon to give Prime to Americans.
Oh, no, we're about to have a federal Amazon work release program where people get to work in government halfway
Thrown
houses.
in the fulfillment gulag and just told to slap stickers on packages, yeah.
Oh, my God.
A federal jobs guarantee program, but it's just Samsung
In service of Bezos, yeah.
taking you to the cobalt mines in South Africa. Jesus Christ. Anyways, everything's looking great for our future, Even Mark Zuckerberg has said that he agrees with Bernie Sanders that no billionaire deserves to have that much money. And he totally understands where Bernie Sanders is coming from.
It's a good thing then that Mark Zuckerberg immediately recanted his sinful billionaire lifestyle, gave away all his money.
Gave away all 53 billion.
Yeah, and began living in the streets, disseminating propaganda by hand.
You know,
I refuse to believe anything he has to say until he decides to give the island back to the native peoples he stole it from.
God. thought you were...
Mark Zuckerberg. Some say that he read the story of the rich man in the New Testament, where Jesus said it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to go to heaven, because he couldn't give up his riches. And then he immediately gave up his riches. But that is not true. It was actually not the Bible story. It was Bernie Sanders telling him, billionaires shouldn't exist. And that's all it took.
See, I was thinking that Mark Zuckerberg then would spend $19 million on micro camel R&D, genetic researching, to make it possible, and then be like, "Ha ha! What now?"
Yeah, that's some cursed Elon Musk, like, Saturday night. He's on his second acid trip of the weekend.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Like
Grimes
out back,
has already left for the club, so it's just him alone.
out in the backyard of one of Zuck's many fucking off-planet mansions or whatever the fuck billionaires have these days, is just like a pile of tinier and tinier camel corpses. It's like, no, this one won't work. This one won't work either. He's just furiously trying to fucking jam him through. Like, he's got like an Adderall IV going. Like, it's not like a liquid in there. It's just powdered up Adderall pumping directly into his veins, and just littler and littler camels.
You know, I have a cool new idea for Adderall delivery.
Yeah.
It's an Adderall delivery capsule, and it's just a gel capsule full of Adderall.
No. You are not about to Glenn Levitt this fucking Adderall into my mouth. I'm going to abuse substances like a goddamn adult.
Look, no. That's the beauty of it. With the new whiskey capsules that are coming out, you just mix the bucket of whiskey and Adderall, and you don't know which one you're getting, but they're both good.
That sounds like an amazing evening, yeah.
Yes.
It's quite a Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Let's see what kind of evening I'm going to have. Am I going to get drunk, or I'm going to be very focused for the rest of the night?
Just mix it all together, add some Hawaiian punch, and call it an adios, motherfucker.
Throw some
all
Tide
right, college
in there
kids.
to really mix it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
You just put the one roofie pod.
Where do you put the roofie pod, Zach? Please tell the rest of this joke.
In the adios, motherfucker, you just put the one roofie pod in there. And
God damn it.
That's truly the Russian roulette, is you don't know who gets the roofie.
Who gets straight up murdered
it's not
by the
even
combination
open.
of Rohypnol and alcohol. It stops them from breathing, yeah. What a fucking evening.
Oh, Charlie killed over. Guess he got the roofie.
Is he breathing? Is he breathing?
That joke is a lot funnier if you just imagine that it's Charlie Kirk who got that.
Okay, now it's good.
That's not fair.
Now it's good. No. Random people getting drugged, less funny. Charlie Kirk getting drugged, very
Charlie
funny.
Kirk's 6'4"
That's
body
hilarious.
just mildly convulsing
His
every couple minutes.
Yeah, the combination of whatever weird experimental plastic they're using for this, and just everything in the 21st century adios motherfucker we've concocted just makes his big weird baby head pop like a balloon.
It also should go without saying, just make fucking Jello shots like an adult.
Yeah.
What the fuck, everyone? Like, it doesn't need to be a pressurized capsule. That just sounds horrifying.
Although, they come up with so many bad ways to ingest alcohol. There's like there's the powdered alcohol. There's the vaporized alcohol. Now we have whiskey pods.
Whiskey pods, yeah.
How much of a mouthful is that? Does like the gelatin dissolve in your mouth, or do you like swallow the whole thing and then you get drunk?
Well, okay.
Like,
I really, there's no way I'm the only person that fucking thought this as soon as they saw this thing. This is for putting in butts, right?
oh,
No, just me?
No.
All right, no.
Leave
fine,
it.
Whatever.
Leave the silence, Bo.
Just let
Embrace it.
Yeah, the rest of the podcast is just fucking however many minutes of silence.
it's just me flailing, hitting my mic, and then you hear me opening the door and running down the stairs. I've got to get one.
That take is second only to Bo's. Yeah, but I mean, I would still fuck Rachel Dolezal.
I mean, I would still fuck Warren.
Well, that doesn't make that makes you.
Would you?
You're in
Braver
good
than a
company.
24-year-old Marine,
There you go.
apparently.
I would
You
only
and
do
Marine
it-
Todd both.
I would only do it after Todd did it, though.
Oh, immediately after? Or
Yes,
are we talking
immediately
like...
after?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no. So that's a story that happened. Basically, speaking of conservative grifter dipshits, Jacob Wool tried to set up a story that Warren's a stone cold cougar, and regardless of whether she actually is or
I mean,
not,
she is, yeah.
Oh yeah. Total. I mean, it's hot girl summer is over, hot gilf fall has begun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but just I really love because Wool has tried to do this for various reasons and to various people, a bunch of times throughout his. Let me just stand back so I can spread my arms and get these fucking air quotes real big. His career, like holy shit, I love seeing it. You fucking love to see it get disproved so thoroughly and so quickly. Like, just nobody paid attention to it, and those who did were like, dude, you're full of shit. Like, he's a conservative grifter. This is not a difficult job, and he's still an absolute fuck-up. It's great.
He literally had hecklers laughing at him on the street this time, and he screamed back at them, "Are you laughing at our truth?"
For the record, I'm laughing at both what you said and at our troops.
I am laughing at our troops right now, yeah.
To be fair, this is the same guy who will go onto Instagram with a cigar and like a cheap glass of whiskey and be like, remember the times when men were men and could do manly things like what I'm doing, whoring myself out there on social media like my grandfather did. He was bitch made. His son was bitch made. I am bitch made.
He's got like a gas
Back when men were men, women were women, and you didn't get investigated by the SEC every time you tried to do a fun goof.
While you might have legally been a minor, unable to consume alcohol.
No big deal.
I forgot about this picture. Jacob Bull at CPAC giving his media presser while flanked by a tiny security guard with a single ear pod in his ear.
I mean, like, who can ever forget Jacob Wool? Like, honestly, with Wool, he really needs to be going after centrist, like, super centrist shitlibs, and then just say that they tried to fuck Laura Loomer, like, at a bar in D.C.
God.
Like, that would probably go over much better than trying to say that you're triple X tattooed
That
24-year-old Marine.
Yeah, that shit is the best part of this story. This dude has a fucking triple X tattoo in the back of his fucking just above his shoulder blades. Like, everything about this fucking is so stupid. I love it.
He's trying to go for like grocery store tabloid stories. But
Yeah.
he's only got the like brain capacity and the clout to do like DC dating scene gossip.
I mean, or maybe he is America's last true performance artist.
God.
And we are simply not understanding
We're-
this modern day Banksy.
Fucking,
Even Alex Jones broke.
yeah.
Like, who's left? Who's gonna fill the void?
I'm sorry, I think you mean Bill Hicks. Yeah. Come on, that's his stage name, pal. Yeah, I don't fucking. It's great. God damn.
It'll be fine, though. I mean, the worst part about this is that it really kind of detracts from her policy points, because this has probably made her more popular, if anything, among everyone.
Oh, yeah.
on every side of the aisle.
Yeah, I mean, I could,
Jacob Wool, a Democratic deep plant.
yeah, I could give or take her, being a Republican most of her adult life, and just being just Garbo, more generally. Not Garbo.
Capitalist
Garbo,
to her
she's-
bones.
Yeah, but I mean, fucking yeah. Go for that big gilf energy, 100%. Old people can fuck.
Again,
This is a
am
sex
still
positive
pitching-
podcast, but only if you're over 60.
I only want Elizabeth Warren's husband to do another interview and then go on and say that he likes to watch his wife get plowed by a 24-year-old Marine.
With a XXX tattoo.
That's how much she supports the troops.
Absolutely.
And that we shouldn't be kink shaming. That's the way to unify all types of leftism together.
All us soy boy beta cunts will finally turn around and start supporting Warren. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, like, it
That would truly be buying in to the Jacob Wool grift.
Yep. You're like, you
And
got
then
us,
you
Jake.
send him,
It's
yeah,
Chinatown.
you got us.
That doesn't make
And
sense.
here you go. Also, we demand 70% of the profits you get from the hits on your website.
Also,
The hits on your
you
pay
are
site,
the father.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Warren announces that she is stepping down from the presidency because she must focus on her pregnancy with this 24-year-old Marine's baby.
Turns out, the actual father, Bat Boy.
The only thing that she wants to do before she leaves office is establish a mandatory maternity leave.
But only for the children of 24-year-old Marines with that XXX tattoos.
Only the children of Marines, not no Navy or Air Force children. Sorry.
What if I told you that there was a company out there, a tech company,
Yeah.
that in order to increase its facial recognition software, it would scan the faces of all the Marines who have been fucked by grandmothers.
I'm listening.
Okay.
mean-
Now, that sounds like a pretty good, wholesome website, right?
Perhaps.
Okay.
I mean,
Now-
How do they?
Zach, it's
convince
a wholesome
these Marines-
website. Shut the fuck up.
How do they convince these Marines to get their faces scanned?
Well, they're dead, so they're actually getting it from the families.
Oh.
These are Marines who have been fucked too hard by grandmothers.
Just put in the
Oh,
fucking
oh.
ground.
Thank
Yeah,
you for your
I mean-
service.
Yeah.
Like that artificial hip
Unironically,
just
yeah.
fucking broke them. Is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
All right, that seems like that's a good company, right? Something that maybe we could all get behind. But what Google's doing and scanning the faces of all the homeless people and trying to build up their facial recognition software to compete with Amazon's facial recognition software.
I was going to say, yeah, that's a whole other kind of dystopia.
Oh, that's a...
Yeah, sorry. And now they're announcing that they have seen the error in their ways, and they are going to no longer scan the faces of the homeless to increase their facial
You
recognition
got shit on the
software.
brain, man.
I do. Fakel.
No, yeah, this is fucking, like...
We live in a scat society.
Damn!
Ah!
Yeah,
Right.
no, full on, boring episode of Black Mirror. That cliche. I'm gonna trot that cliche out right now.
Yeah, Google is really famous for basically crowdsourcing a lot of its field testing, a lot of its research and development stuff, and it's no different here. They were offering a $5 gift certificate to scan your people's faces, which you don't know what they're doing with your information. Like, you don't know what 23andMe is doing with your genetic code, and it's been shown that they're actually adding it to databases, and it just becomes like part of public domain knowledge at some point, which can be used by law enforcement agencies and presumably every other agency to figure out who you are, to know more about you and all that stuff. So that's questionable. But what's even more questionable is that Google was actively targeting homeless people and tricking college students by pretending they'd be testing a new app. They didn't know that they were feeding their face into the Google algorithm.
Listen, I know that this is a problem, but how weird is it that those are the two people that they decided to test on? Homeless people and college students, a.k.a. homeless adjacent people.
Yeah. Who else would think that a $5 gift certificate is enough for in exchange for their facial, like their facial data?
That's like 96 packets of ramen, man.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's a fucking deal.
That's a feast.
Yeah, and the idea of them doing like all this field studies and like going out and getting a bunch of people to give them their faces is that their algorithms wouldn't be biased against people of color, against against people with non-conformative faces that don't conform to Western standards,
Against
I don't know who
POC,
works-
people of college.
people of color. Yeah. Basically, they needed a group of subjects outside of the 6 white dudes that work as Google engineers. All Google engineers just look like that one guy that wrote that manifesto. Yeah. So,
Yep.
I mean, horrible. First of all, that it's only $5 for you to give up your facial data. Worse that
Google.
they could literally just put it up on their google.com. Hey, do you want to scan your face into your webcam for $10?
Yep.
Yeah.
And they would get a much larger reach.
I mean, if only there was like this massive database of people's faces. I don't know, like a
Like a book of
licensing
people's
bureau
faces?
of some kind.
Well, I was thinking if they took some sort of
I had
like
lots of problems with that.
some sort of tome or ledger, like it was full of faces and like it had like 2 covers and a bunch of pages with those faces, like a face,
Like a face
what's-
magazine of some
magazine,
kind?
yeah.
Face
Like
catalog.
it would go in a library. God, I'm just at a loss for words here. Yeah, I don't know.
Compact disc, right?
A
MySpace.
face reference
That's
material.
what it is.
Uh,
Just
There
call
it is.
MySpace.
a periodical.
Yeah. Well, so one. All right, not to get too fucking conspiracy theory, but I mean, we basically live in a conspiracy theory. That wasn't even intentional. That was just me talking like a fucking idiot. We basically live in one big conspiracy theory, and I mean the fact that like they are like going after the homeless as like. As like, hey, like these people are vulnerable, and we can just give them $5. Of course, that's part of it. Another part of it, I feel almost is like, because yeah, like you said, it'd be a lot easier to just like, hey, here's a $5 through PayPal for scanning your face through your webcam. It feels like they're trying to like sweep this under the rug somehow or something, like keep it like off the radar, which is a whole other fucking level of creepy.
They definitely accidentally burnt a homeless guy's face off.
And they're what is the okay? All right. Are you saying they're going to 3D print him a new one? Is that what you're saying?
No. But they said, okay, so we unfortunately, we had to suspend the program because, well, John Travolta's face got taken and Nicolas Cage's face got taken, but somehow in the process, it swapped, and now we have a real life face-off type scenario occurring.
God.
Yeah, we've tried printing him a new face with those baby stem cells that we harvested from aborted fetuses, but not working out quite as well as we wanted them to. So we're gonna have to, suspend the program temporarily. There's only so many faces we can afford to regrow.
God.
We're really busy making these tiny mutated giraffes. We've tried making the needle bigger. Trust us, we have.
Hey,
It's just
giraffes
a tech
for
bro
now, okay?
giraffe arms race to see who can get into
yeah.
heaven
By the
faster.
way, I didn't want to mention this because I know in the mock-up, but I just thought someone else would say it by now. We've been trying to shrink giraffes down, and it turns out it just has to be a camel. We don't have to worry about the neck or anything else. So we might actually get it within spec now. It's my point.
No.
Next, that's a giraffe. Those are the same animal, okay?
Basically.
Yeah.
One is much harder to hang for his crimes than the other. It's
I can't
it's
get
weird,
over
guys.
the other one. I don't
Nice.
know.
One makes constant terrible Wednesday puns. I don't know. Y'all just call it quits.
I hated that commercial.
That really sucked.
Hump day.
So yeah.
Leave it. Leave all of it. Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of animals,
Yeah.
Goose
Speaking
Game
of animals
good.
and debauchery.
You know, the
Y'all
only
had a
way to
straight up,
stop-
speaking of humping transition there, set up for you fucking like T-ball, and you missed
All right.
it.
All right. Okay. Let's reset.
Leaving
So,
all this in, by the way.
Zach will say hump day, and then Bo, go for it.
No. We don't live in a society, so you can just fucking say things like this to me, all right? I don't know
I
what
was
that
just
means.
gonna go back to my Google thing because
The docket, yes.
Google
Refer to
the only way to stop a Google with a smoking gun is a gaggle of geese. It's a lot of animals. We are the dolphin garage though, so honestly,
Oh yeah? Are we?
Yeah. There's one thing dolphins love doing. It's fucking for fun. That's what I know about dolphins.
Yep.
So, Darren, I got a simple question for you.
What's up?
Have we lost Darin?
I'm
no.
here. Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go. There you're back. Shit, have you been talking and shit?
Yeah, I've
Oh,
been
no.
saying shit for the whole time, and then just like, well.
Okay, well, I'll at least
They're
have
not
the audio
listening.
on my end. Fuck.
there's
Shit, that's troublesome. Yeah, I thought you were being quiet, but like, shit.
I was thinking it too. Hang on, let me see if I can turn the bitrate down a little bit more. Like
Make the
I don't know if maybe
internet
that's
better.
What's doing it? Yeah, but gee, I hope you have at least like made your point so Bo can cut around it because
We'll find out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll
Find
I'll,
out.
I'll do my fucking Disney Imagineer shit. Yeah, really work it.
Bo's doing a really bad Darin accent.
Yeah.
Everyone's Irish this episode.
Yeah, everyone is Bo's bad Australian voice from the 51 million or the 15 million flowers episode.
Yeah, the way
G'day,
that we
mates.
actually
Welcome to
record the
Psychic
episodes,
Dolphin Garage.
Bo just types out a transcript of everything that we said, and then he re-records it himself.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put in that effort.
Just in various different voices.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good move. That's what you want.
I mean, you know, it's consistency. And also,
Absolutely.
you got to get that sweet vinyl recording sound.
Yep.
Put it on wax. So,
But yeah, so
all right, so we're talking about
Put
that
me
chick
on.
from Boy Meet World doing porn now. Is that
Yeah.
that
the,
is what we
topic
were
at this point?
rounding about.
Hell
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's not waxing herself up.
I'm waxing myself
she
off
is?
watching this.
Penis.
All right, so no, that one's getting edited out too. Huh? Yes, go into the story, please. Don't let me continue to be an idiot.
She's waxing herself in preparation for her big debut. We haven't heard much from her since, Boy Meets
the
World.
boy met the world?
Since the boy met the world, that was about all we got. So,
Or was it the world met the boy? In
Mm,
a sudden twist that none of us saw coming.
I was not a Disney Channel kid as a kid, so I can't tell you. I don't even know why I'm on this segment.
I mean, the two options after being a Disney kid are to start dating a
Well, one is-
Marvel movie star or to start doing porn.
Yeah. And, yes, Boy Meets World actress Bella Thorne has chosen the more ethical one, which is pornogaphy, because fuck those Marvel movies.
Well,
Or no,
Bella Thorne specifically chose
well,
to
hold
direct
on.
I
porn.
keep
Bella
fucking
Thorne
that
is
up.
the
I'm
one
reading,
that-
Maitland
I'm
Ward
reading
is,
this article
is
right
doing
now.
the
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Like
I said,
you're not
I was
really
a
an
Cartoon
ally.
Network kid.
It's okay.
A Disney ally.
Yeah.
Apparently in this house we do not do Disney.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I don't want to get into like women's bodies and rating them or anything else, but I never thought I would say this about an individual, but I honestly don't think Maitland Ward has the belly button for porn.
That is such a specific.
You're welcome.
You know, it's terrible because that is such a specific criticism. I guarantee you that has been said about many actresses just because dudes talking porn.
just because dudes exist on this planet and say.
Yeah. By the way, I can see when this podcast gets paused or when the drop-off occurs for a little bit. So I look forward to seeing, and 7 of you decided to check that just now. Okay.
Yeah, just her fucking belly button looks too weird, man. Yeah.
Maitland Ward belly button now trending on Google.
Hell yeah. Started a movement much like the Joker, except for something much more desperate to have to explain to people.
God.
We live in a suck-society.
Wow.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems nice, though, because the trope of Disney stars going out and then doing porn or having a weird burnout from all the pressure put on them as children, to then now see a Disney star who's going out and directing porn is just a nice change of pace.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty refreshing overall.
Yeah.
So it's progress in today's
First
world.
Capitalist Disney star.
What a first.
She's trying to seize the means of reproduction.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Oh.
God.
Yeah, it's good times all the way through.
Yep. Well,
I'm glad that something positive has happened for Bella Thorne. I mean, it's not like her acting career was taking off.
Okay, weird dig at Bella Thorne.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
going at her.
Yeah, it sucks that, her acting career didn't take off. She has only been in, let's see here,
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
yeah, The Road Chip. You can't
Oh yeah.
that's a good one. Amityville, The Awakening, The Babysitter.
The Babysitter. Wow, what a critical and unique film.
I mean, I thought that it was a good movie.
this bit was a mistake.
Yeah, let Zach's misogyny.
This is a good bit.
Look,
It's just
I'm just trying to open into
pod was a
talking
mistake.
about anything.
No,
about
guys, you
Bella
don't
Thorne.
understand. She does porn, so I don't respect her. That's the point that I'm trying to get across here. Yeah, she's been in a ton of video games and TV shows and movies, but it's not stuff that I'm interested in. So you can definitely just make sure that I'm not going to check out any of that.
Absolutely. Thanks for mentioning all of those video games and films that she was in.
I mean,
my mind has been changed. I am a new man.
Hey guys, I'm woke now.
Absolutely. See how easy that is to make an ally out of a. Nope, don't got nothing for that.
Well,
Does anyone know what kind of porn she's making? Let's just, let's go all into it here. Do you know, if she's doing, solo stuff, boy, girl, girl, girl?
Boy Meets
It's
World,
a-
obviously.
Gang, bang. What's the genre?
it's a Star-Crossed Lovers style softcore, actually, called Him and Her.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
Sounds classy.
Weirdly enough, again, it's not as titillating or, as depressing as Zach would want it to be. But, it's fine. It's fine because she's not making a film for the male gaze. So I can understand how that may be a turnoff for some people. But, it is
And I just
S&M
looked it up,
themed.
and it's not.
So
It's not called Him and Her. It's called Her and Him.
see, my
which
misogyny.
I think is very important. Yeah, you went with society's expectation of that
Society.
phrase, and she is subverting that expectation
Absolutely.
by putting the her first.
I mean, I just appreciate the fact that it's S&M themed, really trying to corner the Elizabeth Warren market. So,
Yeah, I'm glad that people like Bella Thorne are thinking about this relationship between a male and a female in this fight over dominance and how much that relates to us in our general world besides in a sexual scenario. People are kind of scared to make a movie like this one when it comes to dominance.
What are you reading?
Between a male and a female.
What are you reading? What are you reading this off of?
Are you just taking a Joker review and putting it into the...
It's legitimately this is her quote.
God. This bit was a fucking mistake. God.
Oh, she is right too that there ought to be no embarrassment in the pivot from straight acting to porn directing, just as there ought to be zero stigma in the move from porn to legitimate cinema.
Yeah,
if you think that porn is uncomfortable, I'm sorry that you are uncomfortable, but I don't make other people feel uncomfortable for being okay with it.
Also weird that she describes that there's a difference between porn and legit cinema, but okay, that's fine. There's nothing internalizing about that sentence whatsoever.
Do you want the horrible capitalist grinder that objectifies women, or the diet horrible capitalist grinder that objectifies women?
I want objectifying women with a conscience. You know, I want to feel bad about doing that.
There is. I mean, there is like porn that's like, actually like, made by good people out there. But yeah, I'm speaking.
Yeah,
I'm speaking
like James Dean and
I'm talking about like the marvel of pornography.
The marvel of pornography.
Yeah, which is
what
not as much
backlot
as
Miami
it sounds
studio are you talking about?
The
right
marvel
now,
of pornography is not a fucking 1880 World's Fair exhibit. I'm talking about like Marvel films. The metaphor.
Hey
here.
everyone, welcome to the marvel of pornography.
The marvel of pornography. Step right up to the marvel of pornography.
The true free market is the porn parody remakes that they sell in the sex shops that are very, very bad.
That's called Kino, man.
Gives us.
Again, I still stand by the fact that Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice was a sentimental film and had a really compelling second act.
No,
I
think in the third act when they both yelled their mom's name at the same time, that was pretty weird.
They actually fucked each other's mom.
That's
the
very
big
cool.
thing.
It was a GILF film after all.
Yeah, this is just the Oedipus GILF episode. Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry,
As if
Darin.
our other episodes
guys,
Please
aren't.
move into
Energy,
wrapping
I
this
guess.
episode up. I got places to be that aren't recording this episode of this podcast.
Yeah,
Specifically.
like my mom's house.
Oh, that's my joke.
God. Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be an episode, folks. Thank you so much for dealing with us, Darin.
Thank you for enduring this. Yeah.
Yeah, my God.
I had a time.
This is the part where we get to do some lovely plugs here. What you got coming up, Darin?
Well, so does it slap? We're doing The Curse of the Curves by Cute Is What We Aim For is the next thing.
Dope.
Yes.
Dropping, and it is, it's something. So check that out. I think that it'll probably get done at some point this week. I'm just lazy with editing.
Hey, same.
You can like and subscribe on iTunes. Does it slap? All you need to do is just go into your fucking thing and write those letters down and press search.
But be thoughtful about it for their reviews, okay? Come on now.
Yeah, that's true. Write a good review. Don't write some bullshit,
I don't know. I feel like, if all the reviews were just, hey, what a great music podcast,
Just copied and pasted a million times. Yeah.
I'm so happy that you guys recommended I listen to Kid Rock.
The groundbreaking Kid Rock episode. Well, hell yeah. It was good having you on. On
thanks for
what
having
is
me.
probably
It was
my
fun.
least favorite episode. I'm very sorry. I mean, like, I've made the comparison, like, oh yeah, we bring guests on, and it's like they're coming into a fucking, like, not even like a frat house. It's like dingier and sadder than a frat house, even.
All coming
can
into
say-
the same
you can say-
car, Bo.
You know those couches that exist in like dingy EDM clubs where all the cuddle puddles happen? Imagine if we set up a
Yep.
podcast studio right there.
Right there. That's Feels right.
That's really what we go for.
Yeah.
Well, that's very cool. I mean, at some point, we would love to come back on and discuss either Kid Rock or Werewolves of London or anything like that.
Two genres.
I'm
of
down
music,
with
yes.
either of those.
Yes, of course. That, or we can talk about an American Werewolf in Paris, because I'm just going to pretend I haven't
As long
seen
as it's
the
wolf
first
related
movie.
in some way, you're fine.
Yeah. Well, that
Everything
sounds
that
good.
you have exposed me to is wolf related so far, by the way. Pathfinder, the Hollywood Undead, just wolves for days.
Yeah, shit, y'all
Know
been
what
doing
you're
Halloween
to me.
episodes for a while now.
Shit. Hey, speaking of wolves, I have a great band that you should listen to. It's this rapper named Forensic. The Minion Death Cult covered his music.
Yes,
I don't know
that was a very good episode.
Gotta love cop rap.
Yep.
It's fantastic. Well, Zach, what have we got coming up on the docket here?
We need people to leave us voicemails because we have none this week. So if you have been thinking about it or you haven't been thinking about it, leave us a voicemail.
Just don't think about it. Just pick up the phone, call the number, and just whatever verbal diarrhea happens, it'll be better than anything we recorded, I guarantee you. Especially tonight.
Very true.
Join the Discord. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram is growing slowly but surely.
It's going to be a fun time. Be sure to check us out on Twitch. Wednesday nights, we're doing a sports stream. And then Friday nights, we're just having a general fuck around, having a good time. That's the one everyone should definitely tune in for, instead of all the jock baiting that we do on Wednesday nights. But it's a good chance to catch Darin's co-host Gabe on there. He's been helping me out with that, so that's always a super fun project.
We've had both halves of Does It Slap, here and there.
Definitely.
Hell yeah. So, since we've got the expert on, Darin, does the Joker slap?
Nope.
Good. Yeah, that's all I needed to hear. Kelton, take us away.
All right, guys. Deuces. Thanks for listening to another episode of Psychic Dolphin Garage. Check out our link tree in the show notes so you can join our Discord, watch us on Twitch, and find our podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Word of mouth is still the best way for us to bring this weird leftist show to as many people as we possibly can. So if you like the episode, please share it with someone. Anyone. Just one other person at your school or office or parole hearing who you think might like what we do. We trust your judgment. Go ahead and also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Dolphin Garage. Our music is provided by Amoeba Crew. Find them on Twitter at Amoeba Crew. You can find the link to their YouTube page in our episode description.